Greetings and welcome to my channel, Western Recaps. Today I will be going through a neo-Western crime drama series called Justified. Spoilers may be ahead. Enjoy! Season 1 of Justified aired on FX from March 16, 2010 to June 8, 2010. There are 13 episodes in the season. Fire in the Hole is the first episode of Justified's first season and the first episode of the series overall. Marshal Givens comes home and is given a case involving an old coal mining acquaintance who has turned white nationalist and blown up an African-American church. On March 3, 2010, US, Marshal Raylan Givens steps onto a hotel swimming pool deck in Miami, Florida. He takes a seat across from a crook, Tommy Bucks, who is eating. Raylan had issued an ultimatum to Bucks: leave town or draw down. Raylan and his employer are summoned to a hearing, where Raylan brazenly claims that the shooting was lawful because the other guy pulled his firearm first. To Raylan's chagrin, he moves him back to his native state of Kentucky. Raylan meets his new boss, Art Mullen, an old buddy from his days as a shooter teacher at the Glencoe Training Center. Raylan is assigned a case involving another old acquaintance, Boyd Crowder, with whom he used to work in the coal mines before becoming a marshal. That night, Boyd and Jared Hale travel to a newly constructed federal facility. Boyd inspects the location and informs Jared that it is not a good target since they would require a large number of explosives and only have a rocket launcher. Boyd walks out, grabs the rocket launcher, and says, "Fire in the hole," to the crowd gathered outside the church. He launches the rocket towards the church, which explodes. Boyd rushes back to the SUV and Jared drives away. Raylan arrives at the courthouse and takes a seat at the rear of a proceeding. He looks wistfully at his ex-wife, Winona Hawkins, a gorgeous stenographer. He exits the courtroom after receiving a phone call. Raylan drives to the location of Jared's mother. Art and Raylan take in the surroundings. Jared's truck includes the rocket launcher cap. Raylan is told by Art about the church incident, where witnesses reported a rocket launcher. Art and Raylan arrive at the church to interview the pastor, Israel Fendi. Raylan convinces Israel to try to identify the culprit in a lineup. Dewey rushes inside the trailer to inform Boyd that his brother Bowman was murdered by his wife Ava. Ava was arraigned on the murder allegation and freed on her recognizance after telling police she was tired of Bowman assaulting her. Dewey storms into Ava's home and discovers Raylan standing in the hallway with a drink in his hand. Raylan inquires about Dewey's name and takes note of his alligator tooth necklace. He requests that Dewey shows him his chest. Dewey agrees and reveals a swastika tattoo. On his way back home, Dewey retrieves a shotgun from his trunk and runs into Raylan as he loads it. Raylan cautions Dewey that he never draws his gun unless he intends to shoot to kill. He cautions Dewey not to do something dumb. Dewey responds, but Raylan pushes his head into the driving wheel. Raylan delivers a message to Dewey for Boyd. His old pal Raylan Givens is in town. Raylan approaches the church as the devil looks on. Raylan exits his car and is greeted by Boyd on the church steps. Raylan says he hasn't seen his father yet. When Boyd asks, Boyd and Raylan sits down and Boyd defends their prejudice. He claims to recruit skinheads and persuade them that anti-Semitism is a moral imperative since it is written in the Bible. Raylan believes Boyd blew up the church because the pastor was a marijuana seller, rather than because he was black. Raylan claims that he knew the pastor wouldn't select him, so he isn't out of the woods yet. Boyd turns to Raylan and says he knows about Raylan's ultimatum to the man he killed. Raylan, Art, and Deputy Rachel Brooks are playing cards at the hotel as Deputy Tim Gutterson spies on Dewey and Devil. Ava phones Raylan and informs him that the chicken will be cooked by the time he arrives. Raylan is in front of the marshal's automobile as they leave the hotel parking lot. A red pickup vehicle intercepts them as they drive away, and the two obese Nazis shoot at Art and Rachel. Art assures Raylan that he has everything under control and orders him to go save Ava. Raylan drives away, leaving Art, Rachel, and Tim to work together to defeat the attackers. Rachel creeps behind them, startling them and forcing them to surrender. As Art delivers cover fire, Raylan realizes he is being followed and cuts his lights, comes to a halt, and goes into the back seat of their car, where he discovers Dewey's shotgun from earlier. He then proceeds to Ava's place. She answers the door and apologizes, saying she didn't expect Boyd to show up. Raylan believes her. Raylan is questioned by Boyd for shooting Tommy Bucks. Boyd suggests that as long as Raylan is pursuing him, they should disregard the ultimatum and draw right away. Raylan raises his rifle and shoots Boyd in the chest after Ava fires and misses. Raylan rushes to his side and apologizes. Raylan recalls their days of coal mining. An automobile pulls up in front of the house in a lovely residential neighborhood. Winona and Gary Hawkins are both sleeping indoors. Gary sees how chilly the room is. When he enters the dining room, he is shocked by Raylan, who is sitting at the dark table with a beer. Winona storms out of the terrace to confront Raylan. He informs her about looking for a criminal in Nicaragua. Tommy Bucks apprehended him and took him to a coconut farm. Bucks inquired as to the whereabouts of the offender, and Raylan informed him of his knowledge. Raylan responds, yeah, but it was justifiable. When she asks whether he killed Bucks, Winona believes he is the most enraged guy she has ever met. Thank you for watching, and remember to click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future insightful movie recaps. Let us know in the comments what you think about Season 1 of Justified, or who was your most favorite character. Until next time, cheers!